Hey. Sunday again. Oh, it's been a good day so far. It has been a great day. Jackson Briar and the Savage again. It's been a fantastic Sunday. It's been a fantastic weekend. Vamos.
How have you been, Jackson?
Boy, I've been here, I've been there, I've been everywhere. I mean, let's just start with the last game that we've seen, the last football game, Premier League game that we've seen. Before I go into that, I just want to, hey, the Dallas Cowboys won again, 49-29. We put the Bears back into hibernation. No need for them to be here, and they're not relevant. They're lucky to be there. The refs actually gave them about 20 of their points, so they're lucky to have stayed so long in the game. They're lucky humiliation wasn't even worse. Micah Parsons is great. CD Lamb, we've got some fantastic players, but anyway, enough football. I mean, freaking Carolina's kicker just missed the extra point, which would have won them the game after that brilliant Hail Mary from PJ Walker to DJ Moore. But anyway, moving on from that football to Old Trafford type football, to Manchester United football, to Marcus Rashford, the Mancunian Centurion, 100 goals for United. First time in a long while he's been scoring headers. I mean, he usually closes his eyes and we usually just let them bounce off like Barry Maguire, but he scored a header. Brilliant cross from Christian Eriksen. I mean, last 5 minutes, I mean, I don't think I said anything to anybody in the room. I was just sitting there. I was just sighing for the whole 5 minutes. Could not say a word. Very, very entertaining last 5. David De Gea looks like he's telling Luis Enrique there are not 5 Spanish keepers better than me. You are having a laugh. But what do you think about that performance today?
That United performance was a real team one. As you said, Marcus Rashford brilliant with the headed goal for his century. Christian Eriksen, we can't go wrong with a few transfer apparently, and this has just proven that this man came from Brentford and he's absolutely lit up Old Trafford. It's just been a great all-round performance. Even when Brighton piled on the pressure, we didn't allow them. Not Brighton, sorry. Even when West Ham piled on the pressure, we didn't break. We defended well. Harry Maguire, really good performance today. It relieves me to say that, in my opinion, he did really well. The Butcher, regular sort of stuff, didn't expect anything less. But hats off to the man, the myth, the living Spanish legend, David De Gea. Right? He pulled out all the stops today to keep this game level. As you said, there is no Spanish keeper that's better than De Gea. I don't care what anyone says. Even on his worst day, he's better than the other guy. Right? De Gea has just shown that he has the longevity. He has the will, the desire, and on his day, he is the best keeper in the world. Not just the Prem, not just Spain, he's the best keeper in the world. I'm not getting ahead of myself, right? I'm not getting ahead of myself to say that he is. But on his day, he is a world beater. Good all-round performance from United. Ten Hag, he was sweating up ears that one, but thankfully he still balled at the end of the day at Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, David's got 5 clean sheets in his last 6 games, which is a really, really good outing as a goalkeeper. He's got 5 clean sheets in the Premier League, 1 behind Nick Pope and Edison, tied at the top. With the thing with Spain, it's just Luis Enrique wants his Spain team to be like Brazil of, let's say, 1970 or Brazil of old, where you don't have a goalkeeper, you just have 11 outfield players, but someone decides to wear the gloves. He wants Unai Simon to be playing in goal because he can play the ball with his feet. I saw David today. He did not look like he was a bad goalkeeper with the ball at his feet. He was much better than the opposition. He was better than what Robin Sanchez was yesterday. He was better than David Raya. So there again, it entirely shows how it's been flawed. I mean, he can still get into the Spain national team for the upcoming World Cup. And I mean, after a performance like this, it's really hard to overlook him. It's really hard to say, yeah, there are 5 keepers that are better than him. I know that he wants to play possession football, ball at the feet, but there are going to be times you're going to have to defend. And yeah, you're gonna need a goalkeeper to save the shots. And the way David said, I mean, that right shot, there's no way he should still have his wrists on after saving that. And he did, and he does. He does. I mean, Antonio's shot, Zuma's header. I mean, he pulled out some worldy saves. I mean, one in his chest that was early. I think he was offside from Bowen. But he's done some really good saves. And the defence ahead of him, boy, I don't know if he can wax any more lyrically on that. I mean, Diogo Dalot, best right back in the world. I don't see a competition right now. I really don't. Luke Shaw, Shaberto Carlos, he's never been this thin since birth. I mean, Harry Maguire actually winning a game with his defence. Have you seen, when was the last time you saw that? I don't think he's ever done that before in his career. And, you know, Lisandro Martinez, I mean, he's undroppable. I mean, when he touches the ball, you got to chant Argentina.
Honestly, like, that performance was just all around amazing. Everyone did their job to the T today, right? Maybe we could have asked a little bit more for certain Portuguese forward, but you know, he did still play really well. I'm not going to take that away from him. You know, I'm one of those persons that love to criticize my boy Ronaldo, right? You know that already, right, Jackson?
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at Ronaldo's play today, I mean, he wasn't bad. I mean, he was playing very deep for some reason. That was the only issue I had. He was playing really deep. When the crosses were coming in, he was on the edge of the box. I don't know if that was a Ten Hag decision to coach him to stay deeper. I don't know. But he was playing really deep on all opportunities that even Rashford got. He was never in the box or any, so I don't know what the hell that was about.
Yeah, I realized it too. He was just not in his usual approach or position. Maybe he's playing FIFA 23 when outside the box is the best option to shoot from. But honestly, it was a good performance from him today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a really good performance. United up to 5th, a game in hand on Newcastle and Spurs. Newcastle are 1 point ahead, Spurs 3 points. Goal difference would mean we'd need to beat Villa by like 9 to pass Spurs anyway. So, moving on to Villa. They've gotten a new manager, not yet. He will be in charge by the time we play them. Unai Emery. Now, they shipped 4 against Newcastle. And we drew with Newcastle 0-0. We were evenly matched in certain aspects. I mean, we battered them. We should have beat them about 3-4-0. So, if we all get those finishing right with this Villa team and their defence, I know that Emery is a coach that prides himself on defence. Does he make them more stable in their defence? I mean, they'll still have the same players. But can he implement anything within 1 week to make them not concede 4 next weekend?
We must remember that Villa, he was the manager that lost us that final in the Europa League that one time. So I'm still out for blood from that moment. You know, 1 week isn't enough time. In my opinion, 1 week is not enough time to do all of that work as it relates to the defence. We saw them the game before, the Newcastle one, where they were out and out going on with their attack. But Newcastle came knocking and Villa couldn't answer the door. They got pummeled the 4 goals. Let's be honest there, Newcastle did play extremely well. Right? We can't take that away from them. They did play extremely well. But as you said, I think we still should come out on top. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be an even game. Villa are attacking well, right? They just need to work on that defense. And if Emery can sort that out, then I can't see why this match won't be one of the best of the week.
Yeah, I mean, attacking was never their issue. I mean, you see Ings, you see Bailey, you see Jacob Ramsey, you see all those players, Watkins. But at the back end, when you see Tyrone Mings, you just say, yeah, you got a chance to score. You really do have a chance to score. Ashley Young is the starting left back. You know, he was good.
They have the best keeper in the world as well.
Yeah, I mean, and Martinez had to come off injured, so it's Robin Olsen that's going to be playing more than likely. So
yeah, but he's just doing that to keep it for the World Cup. Rest up, King. You're fine.
Hey, from what I heard, it didn't look good yesterday, but hey, Villa are in a tough spot. I did say that Villa would. I know the investment that happened, and I said it earlier in the start of the season when we made our predictions that Villa probably won't even break top 10 because the manager, Steven Gerrard, who was there, didn't know his best team, didn't know how to use the players properly. I mean, you have Coutinho, Buendia, Leon Bailey, and you decide to play Bailey as a centre forward and Buendia out wide. It does not make any sense.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. Alright, personally, I don't know why no one has tried it yet, but why has no one tried to put Bailey in a cam position? I don't get it. Right?
Because he has about 7,000 cams in his roster.
Yeah, but he's the best one of the lot. Buendia can play on the left, right? Who else is there? As you said, who else?
I mean, Coutinho could play on the left and Buendia on the right.
Exactly, and play Bailey down the middle. I know Coutinho is a ball distributor. He's the little Liverpoolian magician. Liverpoolian? Is that the right word?
No, bruh. You just say Merseyside, the kid from Merseyside, man.
Yeah, he's their crap magician, I get it. But honestly, I think Bailey could do a better job, to be completely honest with you. Getting that ball into the feet of Ings turning, Ings seeing the goal, Ings doing what Danny does best and just puts it in the back of the net.
All I'm saying is they're going to have their work cut out for them next week when they go up against the Butcher and the Brazilian bastard in Casemiro. They're going to have it hard to get any type of luck down the centre. Even on the flanks it's going to be hard because with the way Delo and Shaw are playing, hell, you might not even get a chance to touch the ball in the United area. But just a word on Newcastle. This is what I expected. This is exactly what I expected from Newcastle, to be challenging the big boys from early, to be up there. I mean, Callum Wilson is the second best English striker in the game right now. Miguel Almiron, I actually thought someone was going to come in for Moussa Diaby, to put a name out there, and Almiron has really stepped up. You look at Joe Linton, 50 million waste turns into a 50 million great spend. I mean, the Bruno Guimaraes, best Brazilian attacking midfielder in the world at the moment. Eddie Howe has really silenced everyone. There was a few years ago after Poch got the sack, they were wondering who was going to get the job, and Eddie Howe was mentioned, and people said no, he's not good enough. I wonder if he's really good enough at this point in time for that Tottenham job. I wonder if he's really good enough now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the few that doubt. I was one of the many who doubted anyhow going into this job. Alright? Coming off the end of a disappointing spell at Bournemouth, was it?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting much. But boy, oh boy, am I wrong. Newcastle, surely they are the newest team in the Premier League. Because this can't be Oldcastle, this is Newcastle.
Yeah,
sorry, bad pun, I know.
Awful.
Bad pun, I know.
Awful. Go home.
But it worked. I am home. What do you mean?
But yeah, I mean, Premier League this week has shown how good of a league it is. I mean, you see Leeds going to Anfield and beating Liverpool. Mr. Somerville, oh my god, I saw the meme saying, Klopp was saying, he shouldn't have played today because it's autumn. Oh, it's brilliant. But it was fantastic. I mean, I left it at 1-1 because I had to step out, and I kept checking it. It was still 1-1. So when it reached 87 minutes, I was like, okay, I'm not going to check this anymore because there's no change, there's no real highlights going on. And then I went home and it was 2-1, and I was like, yes, Leeds, you dirty white roses.